Hey everyone, this is Jason with Outdoor Adventures, and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about backpacking food. Now there are plenty of other videos out there that talk in great depth about different backpacking food choices. This video is just meant to get you started, get you some ideas of what you can bring for your first couple trips backpack until you get more familiar, until you're ready to experiment with different foods, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So please keep that in mind. Also, I'm hoping some of you seasoned backpackers out there watching this video will comment below and tell me some more ideas. What works for you, maybe help some others along the way. I think that would be really cool and it would be greatly appreciated. This is just the stuff that I bring. I'm a very simple guy when it comes to my backpacking food. I know what works, and I really don't change my menu all that often. You know, sometimes I'll go out and experiment with different things, you know, and have like a tasty treat every now and then, something different. But for the most part, what I'm going to talk to you today about is what I've been bringing for years now. So with that said, let's take a look at the food. The food in this column right here is basically my whole menu for an entire day worth of backpacking. So what I'll usually do is I'll wake up, I'll put some water in my pot, boil it, and I will throw 2 packets of instant oatmeal. This is apples and cinnamon. This is what I really like. Along with that, I'll have my Taster's Choice instant coffee. I'll also bring a little 1x1 baggie of sugar, and I'll have some Coffee Mate to go all together. It doesn't taste that bad. I mean, it's not the greatest coffee in the world, but it works for, you know, what I use it for on the trail, just to wake me up in the morning. Throughout the day, I will snack on peanut M&Ms. They are a bit heavy, but they're very, very high in energy, high in calories, and I really like peanut M&Ms. You know, you can't beat chocolate that doesn't melt. Some people like to do the whole trail mix thing. It's great in cooler weather, but sometimes I'm hiking in temperatures in the the 80s or 90s, and I've found that this is trail mix you can get up at like Target or something. But I've found that some of the contents of this trail mix actually melts, and it just becomes one big giant glob of chocolate at the end of the day. So I kind of shy away from this, especially in the warmer months. But I will just bring some peanut and M&Ms to snack on during the day. For lunch, what I typically bring, and I really like this, you know, some people might not like this, but I think it's worth a try. This is a 1/3 cup of couscous, and I like to get these little Tuna Creations packets. You can get these for fairly cheap. They sell them at Target, Walmart, you know, to any grocery store really. But these are 110, 115 calories per packet. And then along with the couscous, that'll bring you over 200 something calories, 250, 300 calories with the couscous. And it tastes really, really good. You just got to make sure you get the water level correct. You might have to play with it a little bit. But that's what I'll do. I'll also, during lunch, have an electrolyte replacement. What I really like is this Gatorade G2. It's called Glacier Freeze. It's low calorie, but sometimes you just need something other than water to give you a pick-me-up whenever you're on those really high elevation hills that just seem to go on and on forever. And this works out really good. Again, I'll just continue to snack on my peanut M&Ms, and then for dinner I'll usually just go easy and simple and just have one of these Mountain House freeze-dried meals. They come in a variety of flavors. This is spaghetti with meat sauce. It's very, very good. Beef stroganoff is very good. Chili mac with beef. Pretty much the only Mountain House that I do not like is, I want to say it's rice and chicken. And other than rice and chicken, I believe that's what I like to do. And that's just really simple stuff here. Now, every once in a while, I'll substitute the couscous and tuna with, just a ramen packet. I mean, this is really easy to cook. Cooks in about, 3 minutes or so, 2 minutes. You just basically rehydrate the noodles and, also give you a boost of electrolytes with it. Sometimes I will substitute the instant oatmeal with another Mountain House. This just happens to be biscuits and gravy. Or I'll have a bagel and some peanut butter to go. You can get these in a big pack. I think they have these in a variety pack too if you don't like the creamy peanut butter. Peanut butter has a ton of calories. I kind of like this the best, but bagels take up a ton of room in my pack, so I tend to shy away and only bring them on, trips that are longer. So another thing that's really, really good is Mountain House also makes a breakfast skillet, it's what it's called. And I like to sometimes I'll bring a wrap, just fold it like this over. I'll bring a wrap, put the breakfast skillet in the wrap, one or two of the wraps, and I will just have, basically a breakfast skillet wrap. And it's really, really, really good. I just tried this a couple weeks ago, actually, on a 4-day, 70-mile hike, and man, it was definitely good. I would toast the tortilla a little bit if you can in the morning, if you still have your fire going, maybe. But that's what I would do. Now, if you go to a supermarket or a grocery store or whatever, you can basically bring anything that says, just add water. You can like spaghetti, mashed potatoes, Velveeta shells and cheese. It gets a little messy, but you can bring it. I mean, you can go crazy on different varieties of food here. This is just what I bring. I'm not saying this is what you have to bring. This is the best thing that you could bring, because in all honesty, I could probably add a few more calories to this, because I typically make up my caloric intake with peanut M&Ms just because they are so calorie dense. A lot of people like Sour Patch Kids, which are incredibly high in calories, and they're high in sugar, obviously. Now, what I'll do is, for the whole day, I have this little Ziploc bag. It's called a Op Sack, and I think the company is Lock Sack, Loksack. Just search Op Sack on Amazon. It should be like one of the first couple results if you want to go this route. But these are cool. You can fill a whole day's worth of food in here, and this bag is completely smell proof, which provides me a little peace of mind. The last thing you want to smell like is, one of these tuna packets in bear country. So what I'll do is I'll put all my trash in here as I use it, and just make sure this thing is cinched closed, and I'll just throw it in my top lid. Now, as far as food storage goes, I'll usually leave my trail mix out because I'll be munching on this throughout the day, but for the food that I'm not eating for that day, what I do is I put everything in one of these bags. These are called dry bags, and they just do this. It's just a normal bag, okay? Like what you would put your clothes in or something, but you just fold this down, and it pretty much creates an airtight seal. It's a little odor proof. Animals are still going to be able to smell stuff in here, but it's better than nothing. So I'll just load up all my food for the backpacking trip, throw this in the backpack, and make sure I hang it at night, which we'll get into in the next video probably. If I had to go again, I would probably make this 8 or even possibly a 10-liter bag. 5 liters is great for like a weekend trip, maybe like a 3-day trip, 4 days max, for me at least, for what I bring. But I think 8 to 10 liters would be great for not only a weekend trip, but anything up to like 5 or 6 days, which is what most people, would usually max out at. Most backpackers, they only want to carry, like a week's worth of food, and before they want to like resupply or something like that. So this is what I carry, and then again, this has a little thing that I'll clip a carabiner onto, this little loop, and I'll hang it in a tree. So I know this video is kind of short, maybe lacking a little content, but again, this is a beginner backpacking video. I don't want to throw a billion food choices out at you, because I'm not that well versed in food. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I like to keep it very, very simple. I kind of have, what I bring every day down, and I'll kind of alternate my lunches and my breakfasts in the morning. But this is just what I bring. I'm not saying it's what you should bring, but hopefully this will get you enough information to at least get you started. Check out your grocery stores, your supermarkets, whatever, and see, see what kind of food is out there that you can use for backpacking. Mountain House meals are expensive, and you can get by with very, very cheap food. I just happen to really like the taste of Mountain House meals. You know, they're not the healthiest thing for you, but they're very calorie dense. They taste really good after a long day of hiking. And I just like the amount of prep work that I have to do, which is little to none. You just boil water and put it in. Get out on the trail. That's all that matters. Just make sure you're bringing enough food to keep your energy up. Thanks guys for watching. Be sure to check the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.